Shay. I'm going to do something here that I've never done before. I've made a few videos, and I've always, disguised my identity somewhat with this big blur in front of my face. I do that for a reason, but in this particular case, I'm going to do things a little different. So let's get rid of that. There you go. This is me. My name's Mike Norton. I'm responding to your recent video about the fact that you do not know that there is a God. Like you, actually, you and I have a lot in common. We both are members of the Hot Wife Club, which, fist bump for that, huh? There you go. Hey, don't take my word on it. I'll tell you what, here's a super quick clip of me and my wife together, and, well, you tell me she's not smoking hot.
Okay, what the game is ready?
I think he's ready.
Why don't you let us
Okay. Oh, myself, no recipe.
And there you have it.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. I also, like you, served a full-time mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. I served in Southern California from 1987 to 1989. The West Indies would probably have been cool. I'm a little familiar with you and your work. I've got a daughter who's 14 years old that apparently is, I've heard her mention the Shaytards or something like that in the past, and she was entertained by your antics. But I've got some videos online, and I'm not going to show the whole video. Don't freak out just for a second here. I actually made, this video. That was my work. I'm an ex-Mormon now. I used to be a Mormon. I was a faithful, active Mormon for a very long time. There's some things you said in your video, though, that I found very disturbing. At one point in your video regarding the fact that you do not know that there is a God is the fact that you said you're going to get scientifical, which I really like that word, by the way. You're going to get scientifical, but then you did the exact opposite of getting scientifical. Your experiment for a year, well, I could have told you what the results of that experiment would have been before you even began it. Let's see, you ate more healthy, you abstained from foods that you felt were bad for you, that many doctors would agree with. You spent more time with your family, who you clearly love, and I can't blame you. They seem like great kids, and your wife seems like she's a ball. You would have personal prayers with your children. You are reading what you feel are scriptures together as a family. And at the end of this one-year experiment, you felt good. Therefore, and I think those are your exact words, you felt good. Therefore, that is proof that Mormonism is true, because you talked about the fruits of Mormonism. Oh, yay. Let me, for some reason, you, along with other LDS people, you associate the church and God together. One cannot exist without the other. If the church isn't true, there is no God. Really? Really? If there is a God, then the church must be true. And this is I'm just going to throw this out there. Is it possible? Is it just possible that there is a God, but that Joseph Smith was a fraud? Have you ever considered that possibility? Now, I'm not saying there is or there isn't a God. I personally believe there is something resembling God. There is a higher power. I don't know. I don't generally refer to him or it as God. But for argument's sake, for this conversation, I will. I can tell you, though, most definitely, positively, there are certain aspects of Mormonism that can be proven beyond any reasonable doubt to simply not be true. For example, the Book of Mormon talks about Native Americans, Indians, in the Americas traveling around in horse-drawn chariots. Chariots. No. No, no, no. You've got the Jaredites in the Book of Ether, which is, of course, encapsulated in the Book of Mormon, as you know, that have, you have the Jaredites using elephants in America for manual labor purposes. I'm assuming, I think that's the tone it gives, is that they were manual labor. Elephants in America, roughly, you know, we're going to say the Jaredites were somewhere around 3,000, 4,000, maybe even 5,000 years ago. No. Elephants were not used as manual labor in America before the Spaniards brought them. And even then, I think we only use them for manual labor in like circuses to raise the tent. You've got a lot of anachronisms in the Book of Mormon. I would suggest you Google Book of Mormon anachronisms. You've got wheat and barley and all sorts of animals, horses, elephants, bison, I think, oxen. In America, in the Book of Mormon, hundreds, or in some cases thousands of years before they were ever actually introduced to America. You've got Nephi, for crying out loud, 600 years before Christ. You've got Nephi, a Jewish man that came from Jerusalem using a steel bow and arrows. You understand, that's not true, right? I mean, you understand that like Native Americans never really used the wheel at all. The Book of Mormon has them riding on chariots pulled by horses. No. Just because it feels good doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Now, the truth will set you free, but sometimes it might piss you off a little bit first, okay? Joseph Smith was a convicted professional con artist. Even after supposedly God and Jesus Christ himself told him not to join any churches because they were all false and all of their ministers are corrupt, even after that, he joined the local Methodist church. And you understand that when he died, he had at least 30 wives. He was a very powerful man, ran for president, had his own little army in Nauvoo, Illinois. You ask, why would he do this? What? You know, I'll tell you what. If I can be rich, famous, and have 33 wives and be banging them all, essentially, yeah, I'd claim that God and Jesus Christ appeared to me too. There are facts and there are beliefs. You believe the LDS, the Mormon Church, is true. You do not know it, just like you do not know there is a God. So next time you're in church and you're tempted to get up and say, I know this church is true, maybe use a different choice of words, because you don't. I know that the Book of Mormon is not a real book describing real people, places, and events. I know this because virtually every single field of science confirms what I know regarding the Book of Mormon, whether it be genetics, botany, zoology, anthropology, archaeology, Egyptology. It doesn't matter what field of science you're using. Every single solitary field of science, if you really want to get scientifical, every field of science refutes the authenticity of the Book of Mormon. So, I had to throw that out there. Anyways, my daughter, by the way, loves the Shaytards and the little thing. She wanted to say hello, so I'll go ahead and finish with her clip.
Hi, Shay. I've been watching you guys for a couple years now, and I just wanted to say that congratulations on your 5th baby, and that you should definitely have another one just to even out the kids, to have 3 girls and 3 boys. But your kids are adorable, and I wish I could meet you guys. And yeah, just keep vlogging. Bye.
That's it. If you want to see my horrible, dreaded videos that I have on YouTube of the Mormon temple ceremonies, well, watch them. Otherwise, don't. Have a great day.